The Teal mask is out, and with the new DLC comes a new metagame, and so I present to you my first Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle of the DLC. Today we're having a battle versus Dylan from the Discord server in the OU tier. Go ahead and join the Discord server, it's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. There is a link in the description down below, and with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Okay, Dylan has brought some absolute fire. He's got the Blood Moon Ursaluna, he's got the Pawmot, the King Gambit, the Iron Valiant, Enamorus, and of course the Glimmora. Pretty solid looking team, very powerful, very threatening and all that stuff. They probably lead off with the Glimmora right off the bat, so I think I'm going to lead off with Scizor. Kind of want to keep the Scizor around for the Iron Valiant and the Enamorus though, so I don't want to lose it too early, if that makes sense. But to be fair, Scizor puts in decent work here. I mean, you know, it doesn't have close combat as knockoff, but you know, it should be fine. Let's have a look, see what we can do here. So I think we can lead off with Milotic and go for a flip turn right off the bat. I think that's something we could do. Or we could lead off with the Conkeldurr if we expect them to lead off with Glimmora. One of the two of those three things could happen easily. I think I might do that actually. I might lead off with the Conkeldurr, get the Flame Orb pop straight away. Because Conkeldurr is like our least valuable team member here. I mean, it takes care of the King Gambit, that's about it. And the battle begins. So Dylan's going to lead off with Enamorus. Not what I expect them to lead with, as we lead off with Boogie the Clown, the Conkeldurr. So obviously not the best matchup for us in the world. We can Terra if we want to with Terra Water. Not going to do that though. I'm going to switch out 100% into my Clefable. Clefable is a big contender for a good Enamorus switch in, to be honest with you. It's a very good Enamorus switch in. So we'll go into Clefable real quick. There we go. And they go for a Moonblast straight off, which is going to do decent damage, to be fair. Decent damage. Good damage. Good damage. That's what we like to see. Good damage. So, I'm going to get the Stealth Rocks up straight away. I see no reason not to. This Enamorus can't really do anything to us, so they're going to withdraw. And they're going to go into their... What are they going to go into? Their Glimmora. Glimmora makes sense. It can go for that Mortal Spin if it wants to. We're going to go for a Stealth Rock anyway. And what we'll do is we'll go straight back out into Scizor to block that Mortal Spin or the Sludge Wave that's coming our way. And we can also defog away any hazards if we need to. I don't want to defog the hazards that we've already set up, but if we have to, we have to. So we'll go with Scizor real quick. There we go, going to withdraw Clefable. Going into the Scizor real quick. Now, please excuse me if I'm a bit rusty in this game as well. I have been off for the last week or so, I don't know if you noticed. And we've also... I've had the C19. I'm all over the place. My head's spinning still, but I'm going to be all right. So I'm going to go for a knockoff here because I'm fully expecting them to either Earth Power, like they have, or do something else. So we go for a knockoff. That's going to knock off their potential item, which they had, which is going to be the Focus Sash, I'm guessing. Red card, which means the red card doesn't pop either, which is great. So that's good. That's good. So we don't have to worry about that. Now we can go straight for a Bullet Punch. I see no reason not to go for a Bullet Punch. We may as well. It's going to do a lot of damage to the Glimmora. As they're able to go for another Earth Power, probably, I would guess. Earth Power, there we go. Earth Power comes through. So Earth Power comes through. Now, do we want to get rid of this thing before we defog, or do we want to defog first? I think we have to defog first, don't we? We have to defog first, so we'll go for another defog. They go for an Earth Power. It's whatever. We go for a defog. Get rid of the Stealth Rocks. Get rid of the Toxic Spikes that are on our side of the field. And then what we can do is we can just like absorb the next layer of Toxic Spikes that comes from taking this thing out with Bullet Punch. With the Monkey Dory, because it's part Poison type, I believe. Psychic Poison, I believe. Yep, that's correct. That's correct, Jack. So let's go for a Bullet Punch real quick and take this thing out. They do withdraw the Glimmora. What are they going to go into though? That's the real question. The Pawmot. Pawmot comes in. Pawmot comes in. We go for a BP. Definitely does some decent chip damage to it, which is great. They haven't took anything out. We haven't took anything out yet, so this thing can't Revival Blessing, which is good. I mean, it's not good, but it's what it is. So let's see what we can do here. So we haven't got the best switch into Pawmot, I've just noticed. Conkeldurr is probably the best switching we have. Depends what he wants to go for, really. If he goes straight for a close combat, then... this is a tough decision. This is a real tough decision. So I don't want this thing being around to do its thing later on in the game. I feel like it's going to close combat, so I'm going to go into Clefable. So I'm going to withdraw my Scissor. I'm going to go into Clefable real quick. I think Clefable's the best switch in I've got. They go for a Thunder Punch. That does a lot of damage. That does a lot of damage. That's Life Orb, Iron Fist boosted probably. That's crazy damage. So we do lose Clefable here, unfortunately. I can't really afford to let anything else take that damage. Yeah, we lose Clefable here. So I'm going to go for a Moonblast. They go for a knockoff, which does take us out, unfortunately. I was hoping that it like wouldn't because it resisted, but it's like it is going to take us out. There's no way it's not going to take us out. And we're on like no HP, so that's unfortunate. So anyway, we can do a couple of things here. We can go into our Conkeldurr, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And we can take this thing out with a Mach Punch. I'm pretty sure Mach Punch takes this thing out. Let's go for it. Let's find out. Let's find out if this thing gets taken out by a Mach Punch. They probably switch out into one of their fairy types, but it is what it is. Mach Punch comes through, nearly takes them out. They go for a Thunder Punch. Does a lot of damage. Life Orb's going to take them out. There we go. It is what it is. It is what it is. Maybe I should have Drain Punched there, but we're going to get a Flame Orb anyway, so that's fine. Enamorus comes in. This thing scares me. Really scares me. So we've got no switch-ins to Enamorus other than Scizor. I kind of have to just go for the Scizor switch, don't I? Or do I? Do I have a good switch in here? Milotic could be a good switch in. Milotic's physically defensive though. But if we get that competitive boost from the Moonblast drop, I think Conkeldurr is like the least valuable Pokemon on our team anyway. I mean, is it though? Is it really though? Is it really though? I don't think it is. I think Scizor is at the moment. No, I think we should bank on Milotic. I think Milotic can definitely live a hit. Can definitely live 2 hits from a Moonblast from this thing. If it's choice specs, then maybe not, but we'll try it. We'll try it anyway and see how it goes. There's the Moonblast. We do live in it. We live in it fine. And I went for a Scold. I completely skipped through the buttons. Is it just me or is this game faster now? Like a menu and stuff like that seems to load in really quick. So anyway, in comes Glimmora. So I guess it wasn't the worst switch in the world because we went straight for the Scold, which takes out the Glimmora. So that's fine. We're fine. So Glimmora goes down, no more hazards, which is great on either side because our Clefable went down. In comes the King Gambit. So King Gambit comes in. Risky play because we could definitely scold this thing into oblivion. I think they think we're specially defensive when we're not. I think that's what I think's happening. So I'm going to go for a Scold anyway. We go for a Scold. Let's see if we can get the burn on that King Gambit. That'd be nice. We do get the burn on the King Gambit, which is very nice. Very nice, as they go for a Swords Dance. So that's terrifying, but at the same time it's not. At the same time it's not. So I'm not too worried about it. It's got leftovers as well, which is good to note. I'm not too worried about it, but at the same time I am. It goes for a Kowtow Cleave or a Sucker Punch here, so I'm going to go for a Flip Turn. I'm going to go for a Flip Turn, get on out of there, get a bit of chip damage off on it as well. And I'm going to go into my nice and powerful Scizor to sack. What are we going to Conkeldurr here? Are we going to Conkeldurr? I think we go Conkeldurr. Because they go for a Swords Dance here, right? They go for another Swords Dance, so we go into Conkeldurr, right? And if they go for a Kowtow Cleave, we should eat it up anyway. They go for a Swords Dance. Okay, so there we go. Swords Dance comes through. Swords Dance comes through for them, which is absolutely fine by me. We can deal with that, no problem. We can deal with that, no problem. +4 is nothing when you're burned. I mean, Conkeldurr's burned, but Conkeldurr is a different story. Conkeldurr has the Guts ability, so, you know, it's whatever. So, I think we go. I think we predict Terra Flying, and we go for an Ice Punch here, or a Terra Fairy. I think that's what we have to do. Or do we go for a Drain Punch anyway? Get some health back. Yeah, I think we go for a Drain Punch, get some health back. So they do Terra. Are they going to Terra Flying? Am I really just going to completely miss that prediction? The Terra Water. Okay, so Terra Water's not too bad, actually. No, I think Drain Punch was the right play. I think Drain Punch was the right play. So they go for an Iron Head, which it does take us out still because of the King Gambit's Supreme Overlord BS. So that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. But it is burned. It is burned at the end of the day. So we can still work around this. And now that it's terrored, we can definitely work around it. Now that it's terrored, we can definitely work around it. I'm thinking, not you. I'm Terra Psychic on you for some reason. Thinking Sizzle could be good. No, Sizzle's not good here. I'm thinking Ogerpon is the play. I'm thinking Ogerpon is the play. I'm thinking Ogerpon is the play. Are we going to need Terra for anything else? I don't think so. Do I need Terra? Yeah, because I want that attack boost to actually KO this thing. Yeah, I'm going to Terra, I'm going to go for the Horn Leech, and I'm going to hope I can live a Sucker Punch from this thing at +4. I know it's burned, but it's +4 and it's got Supreme Overlord boost of 2. So it's still pretty terrifying. So we're going to go ahead and Terra, get that Terra Mass thing going on. And Body Aspect is going to pull through for us, which is great. As they go for a Sucker Punch, can we live? We barely lived! And we get the Horn Leech off, which is going to KO the King Gambit. So that's amazing. Ogerpon came through for us there. What an absolute beast. What an absolute beast. So King Gambit does go down, which is great. What a battle. This is actually a really cool battle so far. So far, so good. So far, so good. In comes the Enamorous. So I'm pretty sure we outspeed Enamorous by like 1 point. I could be wrong, but screw it. Like, it's now or never. So I'm going to go for that Ivy Cudgel. They go for an Earth Power, so they must be Scarfed or something. Which is fair enough. If they're Scarfed, they're Scarfed. If they're Scarfed, they're Scarfed. Ogerpon goes down, which is unfortunate, but Ogerpon did good. It lived that King Gambit's hit like an absolute monster. So now what? Now what? We go into Milotic. Milotic can handle this. We go into Milotic. And Earth Power can lower our special defense as well, which could potentially raise our special attack. So I'm going to go for an Ice Beam real quick. They do withdraw. Are they going to go into the Blood Moon? No, the Iron Valiant. Iron Valiant comes in. So the Iron Valiant comes in. It's going to get a booster energy, which is going to boost its what? Speed. We go for an Ice Beam, which is going to do a decent chunk of damage to it. And next turn we go for a Flip Turn. Or do we go for a Recover? Flip Turn? Recover? Flip Turn? Recover? We go for a Flip Turn. Have they already terrored, haven't they? Yeah, they terrored already. So they go for a Thunderbolt. We're going to eat that up because we're a Milotic. There we go. We go for a Flip Turn, which is going to be great. I can't decide whether that Enamorous is choice specs or not. I'm trying to remember my speed tiers, and I'm pretty sure Enamorous does outspeed Ogerpon. I'm pretty sure it does. It's whatever, so it is what it is. It is what it is at the end of the day. It is what it is at the end of the day. We just go straight for a BP here. There's no reason not to. They have to go into Blood Moon Ursaluna, which they have done, I believe. Or they go into Enamorous? Ursaluna. Scizor is the key to winning this, though. There's the Ursaluna going down to a Bullet Punch. Does some decent damage, to be fair. Ursaluna Blood Moon is terrifying, though. Absolutely terrifying. Like, what a monster that thing is. Absolute monster that thing is. So, what do we do here? We go into Milotic, sack it off. We go into Monkey Dory, go for a Psychic on this thing. And I think Scizor can win this for us. Because there's no more Terra. So they go for an Earth Power. We're going to obviously get annihilated by that. Because it's an Earth Power from a Blood Moon Ursaluna. And now we're going to Monkey Dory. They can't switch anything in. I think they have to sack, don't they? They have to sack something. Yeah, I think they have to sack something. So we go into Mojo Jojo. There we go. They have to sack something here. So we go for a Psychic. They do withdraw. I should have gone for a U-turn. Iron Valiant comes in. Iron Valiant comes in. We go for a Psychic. Takes out the Iron Valiant, which is great. I think it's going to be close, but I'm pretty sure they win this with Blood Moon Ursaluna. Pretty sure they bring this with Blood Moon Ursaluna. So Enamorus comes in, obviously. This thing can scare us out with its Earth Power all it wants. We go for a Psychic. Earth Power comes through. Takes us out, of course. Critical hit, not that it mattered, I don't think. Mojo Jojo goes down. And then we go into our Scizor. We go into our Scizor. And then we go for a BP and hope that it KOs. I don't think it KOs though, does it? It does, right? It does KO. So Enamorus goes down. So this is a really close game. But I think it all comes down to I didn't have anything left for Blood Moon Ursaluna. What I should have done really is I should have anticipated the Ursaluna switch and gone for a U-turn. And then got a BP off on something else. But it might not have worked out that way anyway. I'm pretty sure we didn't break through this thing anyway. Blood Moon Ursaluna is a powerhouse. I mean, look at it. It's a monster. An absolute monster. Let's go for a BP. BP just to get some damage off. They got Regenerator or something? Blood Moon comes through. I haven't seen this animation. Oh, it doesn't even KO. Sizzle gets the... Oh, wow. Okay, so if this thing's Choice Specs, we might actually be on something here. We might actually be on something here if this thing's Choice Specs. It's not, though. It's Leftovers. We've already seen Leftovers. It's... I'm pretty sure we outspeed, so like U-turn does more damage. Let's just go for a knockoff, screw it. Yeah, let's go for a knockoff. Just knock off its Leftovers real quick. Earth Power comes through. That's going to KO the Scizor, and that's going to be the game. So GG, that was a pretty fun game. Nice and close. I am a bit rusty, but I think Dylan played really well there. His team's really well fought out compared to mine as well. Like really well fought out. So I think we did pretty well there, to be fair. But anyway, GG, that was a pretty fun game. Thank you for the game, Dylan. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.